All right, so cozy season is officially here. You know what that means, right? Time to dig out those fuzzy blankets and settle in for some seriously good TV.
The best time of year for it.
Absolutely. And I've got you covered. We're diving into Kevin Fallon's TV Guide article.
Oh, nice.
It's called The Best Fall TV Shows to Watch Right Now. Got to make sure we've got that perfect watch list ready,
Yeah, for sure.
And Fallon, he just gets it, He sets the scene so perfectly, talking about that feeling of wanting to be cozy but also entertained.
He really does. It's like he's reading my mind. That's exactly how I feel this time of year.
Right, like he understands. And he gets straight to it, too. We've got new premieres, full seasons ready to binge, and some returning faves. He starts off strong with Shrinking on Apple TV Plus Bear.
Okay.
Season 2 just dropped, and he calls it exceptionally fall-coded, whatever that means. But it got me thinking, what screams fall vibes to you when it comes to TV?
Well, with Shrinking, I think it's pretty clear, right? It's Bill Lawrence. The guy knows how to capture that cozy, relatable feeling.
Oh, you're so right. Scrubs, Ted Lasso, that warmth, that humor.
Exactly.
Just makes you want to curl up on the couch with some tea. This is already feeling very fall-coded.
And on top of that, you've got Jason Segel and Harrison Ford.
Stop. Don't tell me more.
Fallon says it might be some of their best work.
Okay, I'm sold. Adding it to the list right now.
That's a good one.
All right, what's next? Let's see. Found. He goes full Paul Revere on this one, says it's a must-watch. Now, it is a procedural, so usually that means case of the week, right?
Yeah, typically.
But Fallon makes a point of highlighting the serialized aspect of this one. Apparently, the hook is what really sets it apart. Okay, get this. The main character, a missing persons investigator, she was kidnapped as a child. And now she kidnaps her kidnapper.
Wow.
I know. Talk about turning the tables. That is not what I was expecting. Okay, on to the next one. This one screams binge-worthy English teacher on Hulu. Fallon calls it a perfect season of TV.
Ooh, high praise.
High praise indeed. It sounds like it hits on some pretty relevant themes. A gay high school teacher in Austin, just trying to navigate life, connect with a new generation of students, makes you think about identity, generational divides.
Finding your place.
Yes, all of that. And the whole season's out, which is dangerous. All right, brace yourself, because this next recommendation, Peak TV. Fallon suggests Agatha All Along on Disney Plus people.
Okay.
Witches.
Oh.
Marvel.
Okay.
And a cast list that includes Kathryn Hahn, Aubrey Plaza, and Patti LuPone.
Oh, wow. You got my attention.
Right. Even you, a self-proclaimed, dramedy enthusiast.
I mean, how can you resist that cast? Come on.
I know. Okay, but what do you make of Fallon zeroing in on the dynamic between Kathryn Hahn and Joe Locke's characters?
Interesting. He describes it as like a gay teen and his favorite aunt, which out of context, kind of strange.
Yeah.
But on screen, apparently it works. Makes you wonder about those intergenerational dynamics.
Totally. Okay, complete shift gears here.
Yeah.
The Real Housewives of Orange County. I was surprised to see this on the list, but Fallon calls it, quote, reality TV at its best. Your thoughts?
It is an interesting choice. But his reasoning is, it kind of makes sense. Because the cast has been around for so long, he says there's an authenticity there you don't usually see. Like they're not manufacturing drama for the cameras.
So it's more like a genuine glimpse into their lives, their relationships, their dynamic.
Exactly.
Huh. Okay, see, now that does make it a little more compelling. Yeah. Almost anthropological, like he said.
Yeah, it's less about the storylines and more about observing these people, over time, how they interact.
This is why I love these deep dives. They make me rethink things. All right, next on the list, we've got Elsbeth, a spinoff of The Good Wife and The Good Fight.
Oh, interesting.
Right. But apparently with a much lighter tone.
So smart, right. Because after the intensity of The Good Fight, to give viewers something lighter, more whimsical.
In the same world, with characters they already love.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. Yeah.
And he even compared it to Murder, She Wrote, so sign me up. All right, last but not least, Matlock. A reboot with the incredible Kathy Bates.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, just her name attached to anything makes me want to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Fallon didn't give away much, but he did mention a major twist that kicks off the series.
Ooh, gotta love a good twist. Especially with someone like Kathy Bates at the helm.
Right. I mean, talk about a way to hook your audience. I am really picking up on Fallon's love for a good twist. So we've got heartwarming dramedies, twinty procedurals. He's got it all. But you know what I'm noticing? There's this underlying theme of authenticity that seems to really draw him in.
Yeah, that's true.
Even in genres that aren't always known for it. Real characters, genuine emotion, stories that resonate on a deeper level.
Like you said about the Real Housewives, sometimes the most compelling narratives come from watching real lives unfold.
It makes you wonder, in this world of endless entertainment options, are we all kind of craving that sense of realness, that connection to something authentic?
It's a good question. Definitely something to think about.
All right, so we've got a lot to unpack here. In part two, we're getting specific. As we're going through these recommendations, I'm realizing Fallon really puts a lot of emphasis on that fall-coded feeling, like
Yeah.
with shrinking.
Right.
What do you think makes a show resonate with that specific, vibe?
Hmm. It's interesting, right? Because it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's like a warmth,
Yeah.
a sense of reflection. I think for a lot of people, it really fits with the changing seasons.
Makes sense.
And Lawrence, he often explores those themes.
Yeah.
Transitions, characters finding comfort in unexpected places.
It's that mix of humor and heart that I love.
Yeah.
Like, life can be messy, but there's still a sense of hope.
Exactly.
And it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. You mentioned Ted Lasso, and I'm picturing those Richmond scenes right now.
Yeah.
The cozy pub, the community, it all just screams fall to me.
Totally. And it ties back into, like you were saying, the authenticity, right?
Right.
It's not just about escaping reality, but finding characters and stories that feel real.
Relatable.
Yeah, in those settings.
Speaking of authentic, that found premise, still thinking about it, it could have
Okay.
been a very typical procedural.
Right.
But that twist,
Yeah.
kidnapped by a kidnapper, I mean, come on.
Total game changer.
Do you think that's what Fallon was getting at, that it kind of elevates the genre?
Yeah, he even said those serialized elements make it different.
Right.
You've got those individual cases, but then there's that bigger story.
Keeps you guessing.
Yeah.
Totally. It's like a psychological thriller element that you don't always expect. It actually reminds me a bit of Broadchurch,
Oh, yeah.
They had that central mystery, but then those beautiful character moments.
And Fallon highlighted the performances in Found, too.
Yeah.
Like, hinted at some, emotionally charged scenes.
See, that's what does it for me.
Yeah.
Elevates it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, right? We're talking about this idea of finding depth in these unexpected places.
Yeah.
Because then we have The Real Housewives. Fallon calls it reality TV at its best.
Right.
And it's all because of that authenticity again.
Yeah.
These are real relationships.
It's true. It's challenging how we think about these things.
It is. I'm being so serious, it's making me reconsider my own biases.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of Fallon, right?
Yeah.
He pushes us.
He does.
Look beyond what we think we know.
Okay, but before we get too caught up in the real and the authentic, we got to talk about Agatha all along.
Oh, yes.
I mean, witches,
Oh,
Marvel,
right.
Patti LuPone singing show
The
tunes.
dream.
It's a lot, but Fallon is here for it.
Yeah. I think it's pretty telling.
Okay.
Just the casting alone, the direction they're going with Marvel. It's not just superheroes and special effects. It's top-tier talent.
Yeah.
They're going for those nuanced stories
Okay.
and that dynamic that he talked about.
Right. Between Han and Locke.
Yeah, the gay teen and his favorite aunt.
Which is so interesting. So interesting. Do you think that's Marvel trying to reach a broader audience?
I think so. I think it's smart.
Yeah.
Because, let's be real, superhero fatigue is real.
It's real. We can all admit it.
So you have to branch out, experiment with tone, with format. And this sounds like a fun, fresh take.
It's easy to get stuck in our comfort zones, watching the same kind of shows over and over.
It's true.
But Fallon's enthusiasm for Agatha all along, it's kind of contagious.
Yeah.
Even with that unconventional premise, it makes me want to branch out,
I think that's the sign of a great TV critic, though, right? They push you a little bit. Open your eyes to new things. Who knows? You might find your next favorite show.
That's a good point. It reminds me, I never thought I would be into, legal dramas at all. And then I watched The Good Wife.
Right.
And now here I am excited about Elsbeth, a spinoff, which, by the way, promises to be much lighter, quirkier.
It's a smart move, though.
Yeah.
You take this, beloved franchise, but give it a new spin. That Murder, She Wrote comparison, color me intrigued.
I know. That sounds so good. Those charming mysteries, but with a legal twist.
Exactly.
It's like that perfect balance,
Yeah.
Comforting, but still intriguing. And speaking of unexpected, we can't forget Matlock.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy Bates, a lawyer. Yes, please.
The best.
I need to know more about this twist.
Right.
Knowing Fallon, it's got to be good.
It's not just any twist, it's Fallon.
Exactly. He always finds a way. With someone like Kathy Bates, oh man, it's got to be good.
I have a feeling it's going to be phenomenal.
So we've got comfort, we've got surprises, familiar faces, new intrigue. Fallon has given us a little bit of everything.
He really has.
What's your biggest takeaway from all of this?
I think it's a good reminder that, like, television, it's more than just entertainment, right? It can be about connection, reflection. It can help us, understand the world around us a little better.
It's so true.
Whether it's a heartwarming dramedy, a thought-provoking procedural, or even, like we said, the surprising authenticity of reality TV. There's always something to discover, something to learn.
Beautifully said. And you know what? For everyone listening, what if this fall we all embraced the unexpected?
Right.
Stepped outside our usual genres and tried something totally new? Who knows what you might find? Happy watching, everyone.